Good day, participants. Today we will take up chapter number 13 of CFP2. Chapter number 13 deals with medical insurance. The various topics in this chapter are: what are the medical expenses which are incurred for a family? What are the various types of medical insurance coverages? How to determine the appropriate coverage? What are long-term care plans? What are personal accident plans or disability income plans? What are special life insurance benefits? And what are the factors to be considered while buying a medical insurance? Well, friends, as you know that medical expenses, eat up a lot of our resources. And it is said now that even a normal healthy person also requires some form of medication or the other in our everyday life. And in common parlance, in a lighter vein, people also say that people spend more on their medical expenses rather than on basic eatables. Now, let's, on a serious note, if we talk about the health expenditure from the macroeconomic point of view, health expenditure in India is primarily dominated by private spending. Unlike in European countries or in American nations, we see that the state plays a very important role in the health aspects of the citizen of their country. And in fact, they have certain social costs, they have certain social taxes, and wherein the health care is taken care by the government of that country. So now there are various problems faced by healthcare system of any country. In our country also, let's see what are the various problems which are faced by our healthcare system. Number one is a factor known to everybody that the healthcare expenses are rising with each passing year. Number one, because of inflation. Number two, because of the inherent enhancement in the costs of basic medicines and consultation fees and hospital expenses, etc. Number two, now the problem which is faced in our country is that health insurance has really not picked up in our country. Although Mediclaim insurances and all, they are being offered by general insurance companies, and now several standalone health insurance companies have also come in India. But we will find that large proportion of the population is uninsured in our country. Then the third problem which comes across is uneven quality of medical care. Now, on one hand, we have very sophisticated hospitals and very costly medical care. On the other hand, the medical care is also not proper. Then the costs, if the cost is low, then the medical health care, the quality of the medical care, it deteriorates. Then the fourth problem is that there is considerable inefficiency also in several departments. If we want to know what are the various types of coverages in medical health insurance, then if we look at the history of health insurance in India, then the first health insurance was introduced in India, which was named as the Mediclaim policy, and it was introduced in India in the year 1986. It was introduced by General Insurance Corporation. Then there were 4 subsidiaries of General Insurance, so they had all introduced this Mediclaim plan. This Mediclaim plan included any hospitalization expenses which are incurred in case of any contingent illnesses, and those illnesses were also specified in this. Again, this scheme was modified in the year 1996. Even this scheme is available for individuals also and on a group basis also for corporate companies. There was another scheme launched by the government of India which was known as Jan Arogya Bima policy. It was to provide cheap medical insurance cover to poorer sections of the society, and it was introduced in the year 1996. Another scheme which was introduced by general insurance companies at that time, and it is still continuing, which is known as the domiciliary hospitalization benefit. Sometimes it happens that the patients are either due to old age or due to some serious illness. It's not possible for the household members to shift them to nursing home or hospital. So in that case, any medical expenses incurred in the house itself. Sometimes the hospital care has to be provided in the house of the person. So those kind of treatment are covered under this. There was another insurance policy which was introduced by GIC and which was considered to be as the landmark as far as our country is concerned. Although there are a lot of managed healthcare plans in other Western countries. Now this plan was meant to cater to the needs of retired people. And so therefore adequately it was named as the Bhavishya Arogya policy. Although Mediclaim policies has got some limitations, after a certain age. Either the plan becomes very uneconomical, or the insurance companies also under Mediclaim policy, they do not cover people after a certain age. But this plan was specifically made for retired persons, and this plan had provision of reimbursement of medical expenses or any surgical expenses arising out of any illness or accidental injury during the retirement age of the insured. But it could be taken, but the interesting fact was that like an annuity plan, which is offered in a deferred annuity form, wherein the client pays premium prior to the vesting age, and the annuity benefit starts after the vesting age. So in a similar fashion, in this plan, the insured people were required to pay the premiums at an earlier age, at a younger age, because then there won't be any adverse selection. So from the point of view of underwriting, because if already the person has reached, say, an age of 60 years and the person has already retired, then it would be very difficult to give insurance to such persons. So it could be taken between ages of 25 years to 55 years. And in case a person wanted withdrawal from the scheme, then even the surrender value was given to the extent of 75% of the total premiums paid. There are several other insurance coverages, like one popular insurance coverage which is offered by general insurance companies in India is overseas medical policy. In this also there are two kinds of policy. One is Videsh Yatra Mitra policy, which covers the foreign travel of the persons, and the other is corporate frequent travelers policy for corporate people who are frequent flyers to the foreign land. So one by one, if we are talking about Videsh Yatra Mitra policy, which is basically foreign travel, it's a foreign travel policy. It was introduced in our country in 1998, and it provided medical expenses in lieu of any illness suffered or accident sustained by Indian residents during their foreign visits, either for business purpose or excursion purpose or official purpose. And it covers contingent. It covers risks like personal accident, medical expenses, any repatriation in case of death or in case of any serious illness. The remains of the person can be transported back to the home country, loss of checked baggage, delay of checked baggage, loss of passport, any personal liability incurred in the foreign land. Similarly, corporate frequent policy was also introduced, and this is more relevant in today's time because a lot of multinational companies are in India, and a lot of foreign nationals are also working in India. So they also many times visit because of official purpose, because of some personal purposes also. So this policy covers these kinds of people, and the limitation is that the duration of the one trip should not exceed 30 days, because otherwise it won't be known as a corporate frequent, because people go for 2-3 days and they come back. So it's like that. Maybe in 1 month, some people are in marketing, some people are in other research work. So the one trip should not exceed 30 days, and of course it won't be available to people above 70 years of age. Right. So overall, if we see that individual health coverage across the globe, if we talk about what is the situation of medical health insurance across the globe, Basically, companies are covering medical insurance under two major heads. One is hospital surgical insurance, which covers all hospital expenses, including all testings, including x-rays, including laboratory tests, including consultancy fees, including expenses incurred on medicines. Then there is another form of medical insurance which is in vogue all across the globe, which is known as major medical insurance. Basically, it covers catastrophe, illness or injury. That is major illnesses. Maybe major illnesses now, even illnesses like cancer or even other very serious illnesses are also being covered by insurers. Long-term care insurance, if we talk about long-term care insurance. Now this is a concept which is followed in Western countries, and in some countries, as I mentioned earlier, there are certain state-sponsored long-term care insurance. Till now, people in India have the concept of medical insurance that in case of any contingencies or emergencies only, those expenses would be covered. And in some of the plans, there is a statutory limitation also that the hospitalization should be for minimum of 24 hours. Daily, day-to-day expenses on medical costs would not be reimbursed by the insurers. But now another concept is coming, which is known as long-term care insurance, which pays even daily benefit or monthly benefit for medical care received in either nursing home, it could be in hospital, or it could be even at home. And this long-term care insurance, like we had Bhavishya Arogya policy, so it's on the same lines. So it is also meant for elderly people to meet their lifelong expenses on medical costs. So here also in long-term care policies, probably because health insurance companies are coming in India, so probably we would be having these kind of insurances for our residents also. So basically these cover facility only policy, that is expenses incurred in nursing home or hospital, then home health care policy, that is expenses covered in home, then comprehensive policy which covers both aspects. Then personal accident and disability income insurance. Personal accident, this kind of risk is covered in India by life insurance companies also, by general insurance companies also. We find personal accident cover in motor insurance policies also in our country. Along with the motor insurance, one personal accident coverage for the driver or for the occupants of the vehicle is provided. Similarly, personal accident rider is also given in life insurance. This kind of rider is also given for passengers of airlines, passengers of trains, or for that matter, passengers of buses. So therefore, we get this benefit as a necessary in all the other plans. Similarly, disability income insurance. In Western countries, there are standalone plans for disability risk coverage. Whereas in our country, till now, disability income insurance is provided as a rider with life insurance plans, or it is also provided as a rider by general insurance companies, either in their motor insurance plans or in the medical insurance plans or in corporate different plans. Disability income basically provides the replacement income in case of serious disability of a person. Now, special medical insurance benefits, if we talk about special insurance medical plans, then long-term insurance is one such plan which we just discussed. Then second kind of plans are placed under the category of managed care plans. So managed care plans, we will see that managed care plans are those plans which even cover the recurring expenditure on such medicals of a person. So different plans are they are basically meant to bring down the health care cost in the long run, and it's like a package service which is provided to the members. So insurance companies generally make members, and then it's also ensures the preventive health care, and it also ensures healthy lifestyles to be adopted by the people. Now, what are the factors that should be considered while buying medical insurance? Number one should insure for high severity losses. Number two, preference should be given to group health insurance if possible. Many times we see in India also most of the corporate companies also have a group health insurance plan. And with the proliferation of health insurance companies in India in the coming future, probably health insurance companies would also bring health insurance plans in the form of group insurance plan, wherein a large number of people would be members of a particular plan, and they would be asked to go to particular nursing homes or particular centers to avail of medical health insurance. We call them HMOs, that is health management offices or health management centers, etc. Then one should choose the insurance companies on the basis of their TPAs. TPAs are third-party administrators, and as per their network of hospitals, because health insurance companies themselves are maintaining their health insurance care centers. For example, in India there is Apollo TKV health insurance company, which itself it's a group of Apollo hospitals, so they have their own centers. So similarly, for disability income also should be factored in. Disability insurance should also be factored in this case. And one has to really see, while selecting a policy, one has to see what are the various illnesses which are covered in this particular policy. There should not be too many exclusions in the policy. Sometimes what happens that all the major illnesses are given in the exclusion, and so what is left with the insured person is just it's an eyewash. So therefore one has to be vigilant about those things, and then one has to look for if there is any deductible clause or excess clause. Deductible clause or excess clause means sometimes there is a provision in the insurance policy that yes, the first say 5,000 rupees would be borne by the insured person himself, or the first 10,000 rupees would be borne by the insured himself. So one has to check for such things, and one has to really go through all the terms and conditions of the policy. So that was all in this chapter. Thank you very much.